Okay, I'm just going to show you how I go ahead and make zipper panels for a purse. I do have a pattern that I'm making that uses these, so I do have a little bit of a easier pattern that I like to do than doing the 4 strips. One for one side of the zipper, one for the other, so I'll show you how I do that in this process. But first I do like to get my zipper taken care of. And I just use the longest zipper that I can find. I think this is a 24 inch zipper. I don't use this end, so I just cut it. I try to get this end straight as I can get. It'll help me in the process. I do chop this end off too because I'm going to put a zipper tab on there once I get the zipper made, so I know how long I need to cut it. We're just going to get that end off. I keep the zipper pull in case I need it for something, but I do have quite a few of these, so I don't know what to do with them though. It's just that I like to put my own zipper pulls on them. Okay, either end, it doesn't matter. I'm just going to take my ruler and I'm going to mark any distance. So I'm going to chop off a good amount of this zipper. Sorry, am I out of camera here? So I'll go about 1 inch, and then I use an air erasing marker to draw on this. This pen, if you don't have one, get one. It works really good, doesn't dry out. I've been using this for months. Air Erasing Soline, it's called. Has a nice pen tip on it, nice firm tip, not like a flare pen. Almost like a roller ball. I don't know, I like it. I'm just going to draw on the zipper, both sides, here and here, because I'm going to pinch those and make the zipper stop on this side. Alright, so on this end I'm going to put the zipper pull on. Put one end in, the other end in, look down through the back, and I just line them up down the back side here. And if one looks longer than the other, I just lift it out and shove it back in so they reline up where they were. Alright, now we're going to do this part here. Alright, and I just separate that top part, and right where that line is, I'm going to pinch this zipper down. Put this scissors on here. Pinch it right on that line, and I just squeeze this part down. I'm going to move this so that it's touching the teeth. Okay, I just make sure it's not quite lined up, so I'm going to try again. Okay, that looks pretty good and square. So I either hold this with my fingers or I hold it with some sort of clamping thing. I don't know, it doesn't matter. Just whatever you can to hold it. Make sure my back stitch things are on here. I'm going to sew this at about a 2.5 to 3 millimeter stitch. It's on 3 right now, we're good. Okay, and I'm just going to pinch this very bottom so it doesn't get messed up. I'm going to lay that right under the needle, and then I can do a couple of stitches here. I'm going to readjust, make sure everything's lined up, finish my stitch. Alright, so that's held like that. Close enough, I say. I'm going to clip off any little threads right now. And that way I don't have to think about it later. Alright, we're going to do the same to this side. I want to go right on that line again. Flip it up. Pinch real good. Don't like it. Let's try again. And right up along those teeth. Okay, that looks perfect. All right, let's give that another pinch. All right, just gonna shove that under there. All right, we're just gonna make sure everything's in alignment. Ends off in there. Got a little weird loop there too. Let's get that. All right, so kind of right angle-y. Look pretty good. Line up like a T. Okay, now I like to cut those little extra pieces off. Crooked, oh no. Won't hurt anything if it's crooked. I want to get them off. Not too short because I want to burn that so it doesn't fray. Always got to take care of your zipper, okay? Don't miss this step. You can see it melting. We go up close. Where are we going here? Can't see. You can see it just shrink down there. That's all that you need. You don't need to make it brown. You don't need to make it catch on fire. Just, you'll see it melt down like a candle. Okay, so there's the start. Just gonna measure, and maybe I'll put my zipper end in now because it's easier to do now than when these are on flapping around, okay? I don't want that. Oh my. Lost one. Well, find it later. So I like this one to be about 20 inches for this bag. Maybe 18. Okay, then instead of putting a regular metal end or whatever, I do make my own zipper ends, zipper tabs. And what I do is I just have a fabric that I like, and I put a piece of buckram in it that's about a ½ of an inch smaller all the way around, and then iron these in, okay? And then the top part of your zipper is going to be on the top part of this, okay? So where these little wings stick out, I'm going to put this in between those, so they're laying inside the top of the zipper tab, like so. I'm going to shove it way up to the top, fold this part down, and I'm going to clip it. I'm going to do the same to this side, so they're in. I'm just going to fold this in so there's no raw edges. Clip that one. Okay, so that'll be my zipper end. I'm just going to stitch this down right now. I'm going to turn off my back stitch. I'm just going to start a leader here so I can get a little bit of thread out. And I just start stitching at the top over the zipper teeth. So I'll start on this end, go around, and then finish just overlapping. So this will get 2 stitches over it on both sides, front and back. One more. I can probably go one more. I don't trust this one. One more. Yeah, I can do it. I'm going to pull this back through here so it doesn't get caught up in the next stitch. Continue. Let's try one more. I'm just going to overlap a couple so I go right past the zipper teeth. Alright, pop this up and we'll pull out a little bit. Okay, which one is it? Here we go. And then whichever 2 are closest together, I tie them together. And then the other ones. I just leave like about a 1/16 of an inch. Alright, I'm going to do some melting on those, and I just fold it so that those will poke up. And I can get them easier without damaging my fabric. Where are you at? Right here. And that's what the tab looks like. End of the zipper. Alright, so that's pretty much done. We'll use that in a second. Alright, Alright, these are normally our zipper panels, okay? We have 4 of them. 2 left, 2 right. They're all the same size, and normally you take them, you fold them down, and then sandwich the zipper in the middle and then sew down. So what I like to do to keep these even, because they can get a little wonky, is just take this and don't cut it like this, okay? What you want to do is take your panels and cut them all in one piece. So this is 4 zipper panel pieces all in one. So it's the same length, and then the width is times 4 for one of them, okay? And then what I do is I draw on the back, and these are my cutting lines. Ignore the pencil I goofed up. The cutting lines are in black, and then this line here is where I'm going to put some tape. Okay, both sides. Tape is going to go on the outer edge right near that line, and then this will help me keep all of these panels the same length. Okay, so let me grab some tape and we'll do it together. And what I use is this. I have it in many sizes and it works great. You do need a non-stick scissors. If I can find the end, here we go. And I like to put it right at the line, not on, some people put it on the edge. I like the line, I can see it better. But you do you. I like to flip it over to see where to cut. Press, flip, do the other. As long as I drew these lines straight, this will work out. I keep this in the wrapper because this stuff smells so full of chemicals. But you only live once, so. All right, push this down really well. It works best with pressure. Okay, then you're gonna raise the end up and then match it to the line, okay? If you look at that, you can just barely see the lines sticking out. I'm a little uneven. It'll still work out. There we go. All right, so now I'm gonna chop these at the black lines, and then I'll have all of my zipper panels the same length. I theoretically. Do I like this one? Yeah. I like to get it so that the line looks even all the way up and down. Have a little magnet where I hang all of those. Oh, this is my new friend. All right, put that back up there. Okay, so you can mark these or you can eyeball it. I usually eyeball, but if you want to see how to match all this stuff up, you gotta use an erasable, air erasable pen, a ruler with a 1/8 inch mark. This one's hard to see. The yellow things on it are a little bit hard to see things. Let's grab this guy. Okay. And then you can mark. Boop, boop. But like I said, I just eyeball this, so it'll be easier for you to mark when you're first doing this. And then that'll show you where to. Am I marking both sides? You just need one side marked. Oh my God. I like to put stuff away while I'm going so don't get too messy. Let's take these first lines a little bit lighter than what I like it. And I use the edge of my table. It helps me clip. That's where I'm going to I'm going to lay one down over the edge so I can get the clip on it. And then right where that mark is, put your zipper teeth. You see the mark right here, and then I'm just gonna barely have the teeth touch that, okay? And then I like to clip. I let this hang over the edge so that this line here is straight, the top of the zipper, not this bottom raggedy bit, so that'll stick out, but it'll be hidden when you stitch, okay? So I'm gonna clip one here. I'm just going to go down a little bit, clip one. Okay, and this is where I use the table. So I'm going to lay this down, hang over the edge just a little. I'm going to clip this. I'm going to flip this. And what I like to do is clip this back edge so that this corner and this corner are met up. So top line is good. Side line is good. Now I'll lay this down. And I'm going to do some movement of this side clip here that's holding the zipper in. Okay, I'm just going to hold that and grab that top fabric, okay? There we go. The zipper sticking out, I stick it back in there, check the line up. There we go. I'm going to use one more clip down here. Okay, so I just make sure this whole area is even. So I'll have top clip holding this straight, side clip holding this back part straight, and then I start doing my sandwich right here, okay? You can see the zipper and the two ends. And then I just use this one to hold it steady, and I won't do the rest. So I'm just gonna guide that with my hand as I go, okay? And I'm not gonna stitch here. I'm just gonna stitch straight down to the end, okay? All right, let's turn my back stitch back on. Yeah, let's keep it at a 3. That's been working good. And then I'm just gonna do a 1/4 inch seam. This zipper can take a 3/8 inch seam just fine, but a 1/4 inch works good for me. So a little bit of length in here doesn't make much difference to me. Okay, remove that first clip. Hey, why don't you turn on? My back stitch didn't go. Okay, now that that's secure, I'm going to remove all of this. Now I'm just going to eyeball the rest of this zipper down. So I'm going to lay the zipper down, lined up at the bottom, and line the top with the zipper. Okay, and I'm going to hold it with my finger. I'm going to sew. I'm going to do it again. And I just go to the end of the machine. It's about 3.5 inches. Here, this won't back stitch when I do it. Oh no, it's fine. We're gonna clip threads. All right, so that's all sandwiched in there. And then what I'm gonna do is pull all of this over here, and I'm gonna match these edges. And I'm just gonna clip down. Let's grab the clips. I'll clip here. I'm just gonna tug this. This is nice and even. I don't know if you can see the inside there, but if I tug this, it goes in a little bit, and then you can actually stitch that in. So if you just tug it That little part that sticks out right there will go in. And then when you do the top stitch, it won't show. This fabric does not like to get ironed. So I just clip at the back side, make sure everything's even. And when I sew this, I pull it. Okay, and then when I start stitching, start on one end, so I'll start over here. I don't like those threads right there. Hang on. Behind me here. I'm just gonna get these out of there. Again with this. Alright, I'm going to call that good, and I'm going to stitch starting here, this short end, all the way down while I'm pulling my zipper out of the seam allowance. And top stitch, and I'll top stitch here, and I do top stitch across here to close these up, okay? Alright, I like them to be matchy-matchy. And then we're going to do like an 1/8 of an inch top stitch on this. I'm going to make sure this is lined up, and then I'm going to pull this out. That was just this clicking, so there's nothing wrong down here. My bobbin is full, so it stopped. Oh my god, I ran off the edge. The machine is just noisy because this is two unlined pieces of fabric, so it's pretty thin, so these are just hammering together pretty loud. Alright, so there's the top stitching. Everything is even. On both, I'm stuck on both sides. Sorry. Even, this is even, top and bottom. Just gonna cut those threads. And that side is done. Alright, so we're going to put the other side on the same way. You don't need this zipped up. You don't need to match sides. You're just gonna make sure that that other one goes on with 1/8 of an inch showing right on this edge, and then that way it'll kind of come down like this one did. Okay. Where are my marks? Over here. The edge here. Okay, and then we're just going to pin the backs together so that these back corners match up. Okay, then we're just going to get this top one down into this. There we go. Got everything lined up in there. Okay, and I'm going to use the machine on the other side. I do have markings on both sides of the foot, so I like my zipper to always be up. Make sure these are all perfectly even here. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Okay, let's take that one off. Okay, then we're going to line this up the 1/4 inch. I'll line everything up. As we go, you can clip it, but it bunches up. So I like to do it this way to alleviate that. We're going to do the same. We're going to open and clip. Pull that down. Clip it. And we'll just do a couple inches of clipping here. Okay. All right, then we're going to top stitch. I feel like I don't need to clip it, I don't. If I feel like it'll get out of hand, then of course I will clip. Can I get one more? Both sides are on. And then if you look, they're pretty lined up on the bottom, and they should be pretty lined up on the top, okay? Then when you put that on your bag, they'll be evenly matched. I'll show you what it looks like installed. I did make one of these bags earlier, so let me grab that. Okay, it is the zipper inside of this bag here. And if you look, it lays nice and flat. But this, you can either have it hanging out because of the little decorative pull that we have on it. That can hang outside like this, or the tab. And then when you zip, you have a nice, even looking zipper. Matches up here. Matches up back, can't see it, but matches up back there too. But that's the little zipper panel that you put in. It's nice and even, easy to do. You don't have to struggle with trying to get them all to match up from the single cut items. It works much quicker doing it that way. So there you go. If you have any questions, just let me know. Leave them in the comments and I'll answer them when I can. Thank you. You guys have a good one.